Good morning. Welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. And if it is your first time here, welcome. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. My gratitude to those of you who have liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. And today's topic is Thanksgiving, the colonizers, Africa's great substance, and resisting the devil. And I made notes. So, Monday was Thanksgiving Day in Canada, and many people sent me Thanksgiving wishes. Thanksgiving as a holiday is not something that I participate in or celebrate. So for all of you who remembered me, my gratitude for having me in your thoughts, but please know that I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. Now, I express my gratitude to the Creator for every meal that He provides for me. I never forget to do so because He never forgets to provide my meals. First thing in the morning when I wake up, I express my gratitude to the Creator for waking me up and making me live to see another day. When I go to bed at night, I express my gratitude to the Creator and ask Him for a restful sleep, and that He will wake me up feeling rested and energized. The word thanks is a mid-century English word with a root word of think. Thanks means to think and feel, which literally translate to, it seems to me. I've said it before, that this English language condemns us daily. Saying thank you is not about the act of giving or receiving. It is about self-praise and letting the giver know that you are beholding to them, which means that you are in debt to them in some way, or you feel that you have a duty to them because they have helped you. The word gratitude is derived from the Latin word gratia, Gratia, which is pronounced gracia, which means grace, graciousness, gratefulness. They have gracefully accepted your graciousness and are grateful to you, but they do not feel beholding to you. Your gracefulness and their gratefulness releases both parties from the act of giving. The root word of less is les, L-E-S, or L-E-A-S, which is mid-century to old English, meaning devoid of, loose from, false. Less is a part of the word bless, blessed, blessing, which is a pagan ritual of making or an etching with blood. In our original language, which is ancient Hebrew, Baruch comes from the word barich, which means knee. which translates to kneeling before the Creator. How does one go from kneeling before the Creator to a pagan ritual of marking or etching with blood? And I hope you all know what etching means. When you etch something, it's more like carving into something, putting your mark, cutting your mark into something, so to speak. If the above information does not answer your question as to why I do not celebrate Thanksgiving, maybe this will. In 1637, Governor John Winthrop declared, he was a governor in one of the states in the United States, or the divided states of America. So in 1637, Governor John Winthrop declared a day to celebrate colonial soldiers who had just slaughtered hundreds of indigenous men, women, and children. That celebration and that day was and is still celebrated as Thanksgiving Day. They were slaughtered so that their land would be taken and given to the colonizers. The colonizers kept coming in greater numbers. The more they came, the more indigenous people were slaughtered and their land taken away and given to the colonizers. These people who were slaughtered looked like me. During one of those conflicts, an indigenous man was slaughtered, dismembered, and his head was impaled on a spike and put on display for 25 years. These barbaric and diabolical entities would purport to tell black, melanated people how to live, what is right and what is wrong. They didn't even know about soap and water. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, content, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. These oppressors and colonizers are obsessed with us and our body parts. I give you Sarah Bartman, who was born Sartaji in 1789 in Gamtoos Valley in South Africa. She had an ample rear end. As a result of her ample rear end, she was kidnapped by William Dunlop, who was supposedly a ship doctor, and shipped to England and put on display in a sideshow where people actually came to gawk at this woman naked. She was assaulted in every way imaginable. After her death at age 26, she was dismembered and her body parts put on display in a Paris museum in France, where subhumans paid money to look at her dead body parts. The South African government fought for her burial, which didn't take place until 2002. Now, this woman died in 1815, and she was not buried until 189 years later when South Africa fought for her. These barbarians still have the heads and other body parts of African leaders and other black people in jars in their museums and other places in Europe and Babylon primary. I am demanding that all of these body parts be returned to their families and their countries of origin forthwith. That's not a request, it's a demand. The oppressors didn't just slaughter us with knives, swords, and guns. They slaughtered us with their strange diseases that they brought along with them. They are still slaughtering us with their guns, their knives, and their diseases. The only difference is, these days, their diseases have names, and they are cooked up in laboratories. Though they have corrupted our spiritual book, there are situations mentioned in the Bible that are occurring right now. I give you Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Now, people were stolen from Africa over 400 years ago and taken into the Americas, where they served under a nation, or in a nation that was not theirs. And now their 400 years are up. Africa is taking back what is hers. Africa is taking back what is hers. No, that's wrong. Africa taking back what is hers is her great substance. The rest of the melanated world needs to do the same and take back what is rightfully ours. Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Now, with everything that's going on in the world right now, does any of it make sense? With everything that went on in the year, in the earth for the past 3 years, does any of it make sense? I'm sure sometimes you've said to yourself, the world has gone mad. Well, there it is, Bible confirmation of what is going on right now. Some people hear messages and words. I don't necessarily hear messages. I feel them and I see them. As I was reading John 10, verse 10, in preparation for this message, and here's another confirmation here. The last one was chapter 12, verse 12, and this one is chapter 10, verse 10. I felt the words, you have misunderstood this verse all of your life. It is stating the opposite of what you have understood it to be. Imagine my shock. I almost jumped out of my skin when that was given to me. My next thought was, there are scholars out there who looks at it the same way that I've always looked at it. Could the entire world be wrong? So I wrote, I was going to quote John 10 verse 10, but I decided not to, because in reviewing it, I am now looking at it in a different light that people are not ready for. Then I felt another message which indicated, call your spiritual collaborator and see if she sees it the same way that you now see it. When I spoke with her, she advised me that she sees it the same way that I now see it. And when I told her what I had written down, she said to me that I must deliver the message the way that it was given to me. And as such, I am going to deliver the message as it was given to me. John 10 verse 10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and they might have it more abundantly. And those of you who are on the same wavelength just got a wake-up call. And those of you who are on the same wavelength now understands it the way it should be understood. You see, they have given us a false god. And the false god is speaking here, not about the Creator's chosen people. He comes so that the oppressor, the head of the synagogue of Satan, might have life and have it more abundantly. And indeed, they did for their 400 years, and now their time is up. They will no longer have life and have it more abundantly. The synagogue of Satan has fallen, and it is time for the Creator's children to wake up, rise up, and take their great substance. Isaiah 43 verse 11. I, even I, am the Most High, and beside me there is no Savior. And I know that the King James Version of the Bible reads, I, even I, am the Lord. But you see, the word Lord is not our word. It's not a good word. And when you research that word, you will see that they've changed. That's a hijack. The Creator said add nothing and remove. Creator said don't add anything and don't remove anything. They've added that word Lord over 1,000 times. It doesn't belong to us. It is not our word. And it is not a good word. So again, I repeat, Isaiah 43 verse 11. I, even I, am the Most High, and beside me there is no Savior. James 4 verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. When Niger resisted the devil Marcron, what did the devil Marcron do? He is fleeing, is he not? His ambassador had to flee, did he not? Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I give you my peace. I give you my Ahab and my Baruch, kayak, a wall of protection around the revolutionaries. Until next time, Shalom.